Alright, this is Prey. For the 10 people that want to check this out, because I've got the FX-8350 and the RX-480 Sapphire Nitro Plus Overclock Edition. So just gonna check out the performance. Oh shit. Anywho. So we're just gonna check out in this big open area high performance. This is, I'm running it on the, I think it's 17.4.4 driver from AMD. I had a problem installing the 0.5.1 17.5.1 driver because I don't know, it just couldn't install, so I've left it on 0.4.4. It was optional driver anyway, so I didn't need it. So yeah, in this open area, it's doing about 90 odd frames per second. It's at 1080p. Let's check out the settings, options, video, 1080p. There you go. VSync off, obviously. Advanced settings, everything on max. SMA 2x, 2TX, whatever. When I personally play, I usually put these to half. And I might put shadows down a bit because there are some instances where it might drop below 60, and I don't ever want it to drop below 60, so I might just turn down maybe shadows alone to high, or put these to half resolution. You know, gives me a more consistent frame rate. Problem could be my my CPU. Could be, but the game performs really well. Every time when I set the freaking new options, looks like it's about to freeze. There we go. So right now I think that 100% at the top means it's using 100% of my GPU, and the 44%, I forgot what that was. Oh, I think it's my fan speed. That 45% is my fan speed. That's the texture quality there. Textures at 3 point something gigabyte, 3.3 gigabyte. It goes up to 4 sometimes. It's a wide open area, so I thought I'd test it here. I've got another area which I'll show, probably with a bit more action. Well, I'll just start shooting random shit. There you go. You see, it dropped down to 30 for some reason. I just, could be just the driver, to be honest, but because it's a wide open area and there's a lot going on, I don't think, to get smooth above 60 frame rate, you might need to turn down shadows. The shadows aren't that important really, so I'll turn down shadows and maybe the screen space, you know, this thing I said before. So I'm just gonna do some random, see, it drops, frame rate drops to about 30 sometimes. So definitely, let's try it now actually. Let's options and let's turn down the shadow. Like I said, this is how I usually play. It works for the most part. It could be the SMA as well, but I don't think that's taxed in. It's gonna load up the textures again. I think texture quality is a big performance hog really. It's usually shadows or anti-aliasing, or, you know, even the screen space reflection stuff, which you don't really need. There's not a huge difference, I think. Because remember, the RX-480 is a mid-level card. By next year it's gonna be low level, but whatever. I'm happy for the money I paid for it. 8 gig card for 200 quid back in December. Not bad. I got a massive discount on it, 60 quid off. So why the fuck not? Alright. I think it's gonna happen again, to be honest, but this, so I'm just gonna do random things like I'm being attacked by those mimics. See, it's a lot better. It doesn't drop as much as it did before. Let's try this area now. And just pretend like I'm being shot by mimics. No! What? I'm empty. Alright. No! Not mimics! No, not these fucking mimics, man. See. So let's load up a new area. Here we go. Okie dokie. So, yeah, there we go. Gone back to normal. Frame rate gone up back to 100. So this is another slightly open area. Spoiler alert. Anywho, there's not much spoiler here. There's not much action. I've already done what I need. So let's test out the frame rate. Pretend like I'm being attacked by mimics again. And there we go. Just testing to see how low it drops. For some reason, using the foam gun seems to drop the frame rate a bit. But this is at my optional settings. It's not too bad. It doesn't get as frantic as I just did. So yeah. You know, when you're using a shotgun, it's the foam gun that tends to drop the frame rate down really. Let me load up back my other settings, the max settings actually. So let's bring this back up to full. Put the shadows up again. Apply. I'm just checking out the performance and shit. Come on. There we go. Good girl. Who's a good girl? Alright, load up. So, you know, you could use a 4 gig card and still run this game on pretty high settings. I don't think it's ever gone over 1080p. 4 gigabytes. So, let me load back up because I think I've run out of ammo. Let the game load up the assets and stuff. Alright. So now I'm in the area. It's, this is on, obviously the frame rate, well, before it said about 90 something when I had the half resolution stuff and the shadow down to high. So now it's at 70. So I'm gonna just look around real rapidly. But remember, this foam gun, you know, it tends to drop the performance down because I think the engine is trying to process the location of where you've shot the, you know, the glue. So let's try again. There you go, it dropped to about 30. But like I said, the game doesn't get this hectic. Not so far anyways. And then when I'm using like the shotgun and stuff, it stays above 60 obviously. Let's try the pistol. See, it stays above 60. So you could play the game maxed out if you could cap your card to about 60s, 65 FPS. Could make it easier on your card. Because obviously if you have a high ass frame rate and you're playing, then it will affect your like the temperature on your card and stuff. If you keep down the frame rate to like 60, 65 or whatever frame rate you're happy with, as long as you lock it to around in the 60s, it should alleviate the stress on your card on the RX-480 anyways. If you got like a 1080, then you got nothing to worry about really. You shouldn't have nothing to worry about. The engine works fine. But yeah, it's the glue gun that really tends to drop the performance on a lot. And like I said, you're not gonna be shooting it like that because you can run out of ammo real quick in this game. So you see, the glue gun. Glue gun's what dropping the performance down. But hopefully this helps you guys with if you should purchase the game for your FX-8350 and RX-480 card. But yeah, 4 gig version should be fine. Should be fine, man. I would advise capping your frame rate. Not necessarily with VSync, but with like an external program. So cap your frame rate to around 60, 70. Should be smooth as eggs. Yeah. And I'm enjoying this game. And turn motion blur off if you don't like that shit. I don't. I've only got it on for the purpose of this video. I don't play with it on. Maybe that's what's causing it as well. Who knows? But yeah, hopefully this video helps. You know, I'm a noob at this shit. I just thought I'd put one out for you guys, for whoever was interested. Thanks for watching, and Subscribe for more content like this if you like this kind of shit. You know, support the brother. All right. Peace out.